Alrighty, so finding the specific ratio. So it says cotangent of x. So I know that cotangent and tangent are reciprocals. So tangent of x is going to be, so from, this should be, we'll say tangent A. So for tangent of A, so from this angle, I know that this is opposite and this is adjacent. So that means the cotangent of A, all I have to do is just flip it. The secant of C. So I know that secant relates to cosine. S goes to C, C goes to S. So I know secant relates to cosine. So cosine is, so from C, adjacent and hypotenuse. So the cosine of C is adjacent over hypotenuse. So that means the secant of C is the reciprocal. So you want to flip it. And then the 10 cancels out. Cosecant of Z. So S goes to C, C goes to S. So I know this relates to sine. So the sine, SOHCAHTOA of Z is opposite over hypotenuse. So that's 24 over 40. So that means the cosecant of Z flipped. And so now if I reduce by 4, you're going to get 10 over 6 or 5 over 3. Cotangent, so again, that relates to tangent. So that's opposite over adjacent, so opposite over adjacent. So that's going to be 21 over 20, but then flip it. It says find all 6 trig ratios for Z. So all 6 trig ratios, that means I need to find the sine of Z, the cosine of Z, the tangent of Z, and then I need to find the reciprocals. Now once you find the first 3, all you have to do is flip them and find the other ones. So usually you want to find the first 3 first. So the sine of Z, there's my opposite, there's my adjacent, there's my hypotenuse. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Your cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Your tangent is opposite over adjacent. And so the reciprocals, you just flip them. And then, of course, you got to reduce them, right? So reduce. Now, if I wanted to find the exact values, entering into our calculator, I should say approximate. So if I wanted to find the approximate values, so entering these in your calculator, it's secant. Most calculators don't have a secant button. But we don't need to have it a secant button. Remember, we said reciprocal. So if I know that secant is the reciprocal of cosine, mathematically, 1 over something means the reciprocal. So if I know that secant, a 315, that means the reciprocal is going to be 1 over cosine of 315. This I can enter into my calculator. So cosecant, S goes to C, C goes to S. I know that cosecant and sine are reciprocal, so it'll be 1 over sine of 120. Cotangent, so this will be 1 over tangent of negative 315. So that's how we want to enter in our calculator. So I can enter in my calculator by converting it 1 over whatever it is to enter in my calculator.